Devaya. Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So we are back to chapter 6, the second part today, to Srimad Bhagavad Gita in the Bhakti Jnana course. So we had done to verse. Okay. Yeah, so we have seen how difficult it is to practice Ashtanga Yoga as explained by Lord Krishna. But we can at least put some of the discipline and the asana so that we can maintain a good health and really try to be absorbed in having devotional service to Lord Krishna. We start with text 33 today. Riyansh, will you do the Sanskrit one? I'll read the English translation.
Okay, Mataji. Text 33. Arjuna Vacha Yoyam Yogastraya Prokta Samena Madhusudana Etasyaham Napashyami Chanchalavar Stitim Stiram.
Translation. Arjuna said, O Madhusudan, the system of yoga which you have summarized appears impractical and unendurable to me, for the mind is restless and unsteady.
Text 34. Chanchalam Himana Krishna Pravati Balavadram Tasyaham Nigraham Manye Vayure Asadushkaram.
The mind is restless, turbulent, obstinate, and very strong, O Krishna, and to subdue it, I think it is more difficult than controlling the wind.
Text 35. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Asam Shriyam Mahabhava Mano Durnigraham Sharam Abhyasena Takonteya Vairagena Chagrayate.
Lord Shri Krishna said, O mighty armed son of Kunti, it is undoubtedly very difficult to curb the restless mind, but it is possible by suitable practice and by detachment.
Text 36. Asam Yatatmana Yoga Dusprapra Prapa Iti Memati Vashyatmana Toyatata Sakya Vaktam Upayata.
For one whose mind is unbridled, self-realization is difficult work. But he whose mind is controlled and who strives by appropriate means is assured of success. That is my opinion. So lesson 25. When we chant japa, it is a test of how controlled our mind is. If we can focus on the sound of the holy names throughout the chanting, then our mind is our friend. If not, then we have an uncontrolled mind, which is our worst enemy. So let's practice by chanting one round, practice and detachment. So we can do this at the end of the session. So really, chanting the rounds is very important, very, very important. It's not only giving us a connection to the Lord, begging for devotional service, but it's also to control the mind. And the mind, as we know, it's so wandering here and there each second. So yeah, very important that we chant the mind and control the mind. Any comments, Prabhuji?
No, very true. It's and we can, as soon as we start chanting, we can see how the mind plays its tricks. So many things to do. Why are you chanting? You got to go to work. You got to cooking to do. You got so many things to do. That's why actually it's recommended to chant early in the morning, so that before the mode of passion kicks in. Because there's so many things that we have to do during the day. It's hard during the day to chant, but early morning, is a very good time to chant the holy names of the Lord. Good practice early in the morning. First thing in the morning, we just chant our rounds, and afterwards, if there's another opportunity to do more rounds, fantastic. But at least we have done the minimum. At least we've done the minimum. That is important. So, yeah, that's all I wanted to share. Prabhaben, anything you wanted to ask? No, I think we can carry on.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just
Okay.
serving my husband, but
Oh,
I'm listening. Okay.
okay. Thank you.
Yeah, he's come downstairs. I'll be with you in a minute.
Okay, thank you.
Yansh, can you continue? Are you there, Priyansh?
Sorry, Mate. Text 37. Arjuna Uvacha Ayati Shraddhayopeto Yoga Chalita Manasa Aprabhya Yoga Samsiddhim Kamgatam Krishna Gachati.
Arjuna said, O Krishna, what is the destination of the unsuccessful transcendentalist who in the beginning takes to the process of self-realization with faith, but who later desists due to worldly mindedness and thus does not attain perfection in mysticism?
Text 38. Kachinobaya Vibrats Tas Chinnabram Ivanasite Apratishta Mahabaho Vimudo Brahma Pati.
Right, Krishna, there is not such a man who is bewildered from the path of transcendence, fall away from both spiritual and material success, and perish like a raven cloud with no position in the sphere.
Text 39. Etanme Samshayam Krishna Chetum Arhasi Asheshata Tvardanya Samsayasya Chetanahi Upapajyate.
This is my doubt, O Krishna, and I ask you to dispel it completely. But for you, no one is to be found who can destroy this doubt.
Text 40. Sri Bhagavan Vacha Padanaiveha Namrita Vinashas Tasya Vidyate Nahi Kalyana Kritkasya Durgatim Tata Gachati.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, Son of Prita, the transcendentalist engaged in auspicious activities does not meet with destruction either in this world or in the spiritual world. One who does good, my friend, is never overcome by evil.
Text 41. Prapya Punyakrita Lokan Ushishtva Shashvata Sama Shushinam Srimatange Yoga Brashta Abhichayate.
The unsuccessful yogi, after many, many years of enjoyment on the planets of the pious living entities, is born into a family of righteous people and into a family of rich aristocrats.
42. Hatava yoginameva kule bhavati matam etati durlabhataram yoge janma yadishramam.
Oh, if unsuccessful of the long practice of yoga, he takes his birth in a family of transcendentalists who are surely great in wisdom. Certainly, such a birth is rare in this world.
43. Tatratam buddhi samyogam labate purvadehikam
yata te cha tato bhuya samsiddho kurunandana.
On taking such a birth, he revives the divine consciousness of his previous lives, and he again tries to make further progress in order to achieve complete success, O son of Kuru.
Text 44. Purvabhyasena tenaiva riyatehi avashopi sa jinyasurapi yogasya shabda brahmati vartate.
By virtue of the divine consciousness of his previous life, he automatically becomes attracted to the yogic principles, even without seeking them. Such an inquisitive transcendentalist stands always above the ritualistic principles of the scripture.
Text 45. Prayatna yatamanusto yogi samshutta kilbisha aneka janma samsuttas tato yati parangatim.
And when the yogi engages himself with sincere endeavor to making further progress, being washed of all contaminations, then ultimately achieving perfection after many, many births of practice, he attains the supreme goal. The summary of verses 37 to 45. Arjuna asks on our behalf, what happens if one faithfully takes to this yogic process but later falls away without perfecting his spiritual consciousness? So the unsuccessful spiritualist is seemingly left in no man's land, having failed to attain spiritual satisfaction and simultaneously squandered his opportunities for worldly pleasure. Krishna appeases all such fears by explaining that whoever takes up a genuine spiritual process is eternally benefited even if they don't perfect it. If we don't complete it in one lifetime, we carry on in the next life from the same point, and the individual thus evolves towards spiritual perfection. So lesson 26. When we take shelter of Krishna and perform bhakti, it is never lost. The Lord magnifies our contribution. He will not look at the bad qualities, only the good. Example, Putana, Aghasur, and Shishupal, who obtain liberation of the death by the Lord. So yeah, so Krishna is assuring us that whatever we are doing in one lifetime, if we haven't been able to carry it completely, so in the next lifetime we will start from the same point. So whatever we are doing, it won't be lost anyway. So just have to continue, have faith, and continue our spiritual life.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, well expressed. Never lost. It's never lost. And it's interesting how Arjun asked this question of Krishna for our benefit, because in our minds there may be this doubt, I'm going into spirituality, but how do I know Krishna is there, or how do I know that I'm not going to make it all the way? So am I wasting my time? Might as well just try to enjoy my material life. But I love the answer Krishna gives. Don't worry. My devotee is always protected, and nothing is lost. Even if he doesn't fully become self-realized, still he's on the path, and he will get opportunities in the future life to continue with his bhakti. So that's very reassuring, because in this life there's no guarantees. Sometimes life throws some crazy stuff at us, and who knows what can happen. So it's nice to know. It's good to know. Anybody, any questions, any comments? Pavan, yes,
Yeah.
you mute.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
I mean, to be honest with you, I will only say Krishna is always says that you live in present, don't think about too much for the future. Is that right? Because we have to keep in faith.
Yeah.
I mean, it's everything goes in the lifetime, but still, as Krishna says, I'm there for you. So why you worry?
That's right. That's right.
You
It's
know,
very. He gives that assurance. Yes.
yeah, I mean, it's a good explanation, but as Krishna is telling, Arjuna is telling that how can we keep the faith? But we have to keep the faith, and we have to keep the faith in him that he is there and he's helping. He is helping. We have to just keep the faith in him. And here he says he will not look at the bad qualities, only the good.
That's right.
Even if we have done anything bad, he will just say something is bad happened, but whatever bad is happened, it still happened for something good.
True. That's a good way of putting it.
Thank you. Thank you, Ma.
Thank you.
Prabhuji, thank you. I mean, I'm just a bit worried about even him also now. His health is going down and down day by day.
Right.
I'm talking about my husband.
Yeah.
You know, and we don't know what to do. He keeps saying, I'm so hot. And there is no cure for it. But I've just I have got the faith in him. He's the one who is going to look after him, not me.
Yeah, that's true.
No. Thank you, Hare Krishna. Thank you. Thank you very much. Sorry, I had to share it.
No, that's good. We'll pray for him as well. I know you said Rasik Bhai also not well again, so we'll pray for both.
Last night I ring them and I ring her because one of our satsang lady passed away. She was 86. Right. And since the corona happened, we haven't met each other for nearly 3 years. And now I heard that she passed away. So I talked with her yesterday and she said, Rasik Bhai is in hospital again and I'm here. And she was telling her, just I'm looking after him. So I message you. Just we pray for him too.
Yeah, definitely.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you, Karuna. Yeah, keep going.
Text 46.
Sitaram Prabhu, would you like to read the English one now?
No, he's still muted. I think there's only 2 verses actually, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can read. Yeah, you can read.
Okay, Riyansh, go on.
Yes, Mata. Text 46. Tapas vibhyodiko yogi jnanibhyo matodika karmi vyaschariko yogi tasmad yogi bhavajana.
A yogi is greater than the ascetic, greater than the empiricist, and greater than the fruity worker. Therefore, O Arjuna, in all circumstances, be a yogi.
647. Yoginamapi sarvesha vargatenantaratmana shraddhavan bhajate yomam same uttatamum mata.
And of all yogis, the one with great faith who always abides in me, thinks of me within himself, and renders transcendental loving service to me. He is the most intimately united with me in yoga, and is the highest of all. That is my opinion. Summary of these 2 verses. After summarizing the arduous process of dhyan, meditation, and Ashtanga Yoga, the chapter concludes with a ray of hope for us. Krishna reaffirms that the perfection and goal of all yoga systems is to help the individual become fully conscious of God at all times. While all yoga systems are certainly beneficial, the easiest, most efficient, and essential path is known as Bhakti Yoga. The yoga ladder is as follows. In the age of Kali, we have easy access to Bhakti Yoga. In this age, the primary practice of Bhakti Yoga is mantra meditation, chanting the names of God. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Through this process, any person from any background can attain spiritual perfection and experience all the benefits described in this chapter and elsewhere. So this is the yoga ladder. Where we find the Bhakti Yoga, the topmost level. So, and the easiest one also, engaging in loving devotional service to the Lord and chanting the name of the Lord. Any comments?
No, it's good. Yeah, this final verse is such an amazing verse. It's so clear as any doubts about the position. Yes, this is it. This is it. Amazing, amazing. Would you like to talk us through that slide?
Yeah, okay, so this text indicates even better than yogis, a devotee who worships Krishna. So we have to take shelter in him, always abide in him, as Lord Krishna is saying. We have to have great faith in Krishna. We have always to be thinking of him, no one else, and renders transcendental loving service unto the Lord. So this is the Bhakti Yoga, and this is the topmost yoga.
So Krishna is really sort of defining the position of the devotee compared to everybody else, especially the yogi. Because sometimes people feel that the yogi whose meditation, is the highest. But actually Krishna explains, no, that person who's engaged in my service is the highest. So it gives us that extra inspiration to serve Krishna. Of course, we don't want to serve him because he's the highest, because we want to serve him because we love him. And that's got to be the primary motivation. We love him, so we serve him. But we don't want anything from him. So just want to serve. Anything else? Anybody else?
Yes, Prabhu. It's good when it says Dhyan Yoga. So Dhyan Yoga is good. Like if you sit without any in your temple, the room, you close your eyes and just think about Krishna and the God. And you feel so much better that all of a sudden the white light comes in front of you, where you think, oh my God, you will not think anything else then. So that is one of the best, like when you said Dhyan Yoga. Others are right, like we have to keep faith, translate in loving service unto me, which we are all doing it. But Dhyan Yoga I think is much better. And it says even better than yogi is devotee who worship Krishna. And when you see that white light, you feel like you don't want to open your eyes again, and your mind is concentrating on that white light all the time.
We try not to worry about, like, I know some people focus, but actually we try to focus on the form of Krishna, on what his three bending form.
So what happens if you see this white light? Is it good or not?
It's okay, but see, the white light might represent the formless aspect of God, and we don't worship the formless aspect. We don't want to become like God, So the ideal is having darshan of his roop, his form. The white light is not as important as his form. It's
I
good.
see.
It's good because at least it's nothing to do with this world. But the idea is his roop is more important.
His roop is more important than even if you close your eyes, you think about Krishna.
We try to, yeah. We try to, yeah.
Try to, yeah.
Definitely.
Thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you so much, Robert.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so Karuna, is anything else?
Okay, so that's the end of chapter 6.
Wonderful, well done.
Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai.
Jai. And well done to Rianch as well for chanting the verses so nicely. Well done.
Yeah, Prabhuji, I did both of the chapters, the one which I missed Tuesday
Good.
and Monday. They
Good.
did it on Tube and they were very nice. I really enjoyed them.
Okay. No, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So I didn't want to miss it. That's why. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Jai Hare Krishna.